everyone. Today we are at the EUIC, or the European International Championships of Pokémon, at the XL in London. We can go in and have a look around. I'm sure a few of you have, sorry it's windy as hell, played at your local TCG store. Let's see what kind of scale this goes to, so let's head inside. After going through security, we headed down this gangway which had artwork on both sides and obviously the green floor to imitate grass. A Hessilian Growlithe down there, and then we entered the main hall, which I can say is absolutely massive scale wise, biggest in the UK by a long way. As we head round this corner, there was the Scarlet and Violet wall, from which people were taking pictures. Behind the Scarlet and Violet wall, once I managed to push my way past everybody, it was absolutely hectic on this day. Probably should have filmed on the second day when it was a bit quieter. We have Switch games, which were, I believe, free to play, but I didn't partake myself. As we head a bit further down towards the back of the hall, there was this area dedicated for Pokemon Sleep. There's also the 3 starters from Scarlet and Violet, Sprigatito, Fuecoco and Quaxley mascots. I don't know if I managed to catch them on film or not, to be honest. As we head right to the very back, there were some fairground games, all Pokemon themed, as of course. Coconut Shy, Sight Game, Hook a Duck, Ring Toss. I can't remember what the other one was, to be honest. We then had the only 3 vendors, official vendors, for the event. Down this side, Magic Madhouse, who a lot of you will know, possibly the biggest, or at least top 3 biggest online stores in the UK, along with Chaos Cards and Total Cards, I'd probably say. Can't remember who the middle vendors were, if I'm honest. I had a lot of plushies and a lot of lower end cards, which were good for like binder fillers, etc. You can see tons of plushies. And the final vendor was the one and only Brotherhood Games, who tended to have higher end cards in the cabinets especially, but they were taking trades and everything else as well. As we headed away from there, there was basically a little section for kids with colouring, I believe, as we go past, I believe there was a face painting station, not just for kids, adults as well, obviously. They headed down one side because the middle was that packed. This is all for the TCG, the blue tables. There is, I believe, 3 or 4 different events. There was the TCG, video game, Pokemon Go, I can't remember if there's something else or not. Oh, Pokemon Unite. Mewtwo banner. I believe the players were just on a break. As we headed down towards the very bottom end, where things were getting streamed, as we finally found some space. You can see Pokemon Unite Championship Series. down at the very far end. There they were, all on the big screen. Commentators from all countries: America, Japan, Spain, Germany. It's crazy, really. I then found the trophies that you got if you won. I believe they were all the same for whichever event you took part in. Maybe the inscriptions were slightly different, but the actual trophy itself was the same. Then came across this great display showcasing all the games from Scarlet and Violet all the way back to Red and Blue, along with the handheld consoles that they came with. Don't know why I was hovering around that one for so long. Diagram Palkia. Hot Gold Soul Silver. And there is the original Game Boy with the red and blue. Then found a couple more trophies hiding around. Right, I'm back home now. It was a really fun weekend. I didn't film as much as I wanted to film, to be honest. As well as the show and obviously the Pokemon Centre where I got my EUIC from. Met up with some great people such as Viv, Pokegirl Rach, Dean, amongst many others. One thing that I didn't video on the blog was Pokedean opened a prize pack, basically like league promos, and gifted me this Umbreon. I'm not sure if Dean knows how much this Umbreon is actually worth, but last sold in a PSA 9 was £225. It is slightly bottom heavy, not too much, and looking at the PSA 9 that sold, this is in better condition, so it has a chance at a 10. So this will be going into my grading pile. So yeah, EUIC, fantastic event, really enjoyed myself. Hopefully it'll be in London again next year and I'll be going back and hopefully get some better footage, because to be honest, I was just there to have a good time. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and I will catch you in the next one.